Welcome in to another episode of Morning Edition. Julian Sador, Jason Harper, meteorologist Ted Payton in here. Guys, look, no doubt, we just came out of the All-Star break for the NBA. Hornets right now sitting in a play-in position. We're talking about playoffs,
which is crazy.
It is crazy. Here's what else is crazy. If you were in Uptown yesterday, you might have seen this. This is LaMelo Ball, and we're going to go ahead and bring this full for you guys so you can take a look at this. This is trade and try on. You're going to see LaMelo Ball come in there, and that's a guy getting out of the car. He was involved in an accident. His Hummer's trying to make a left-hand turn. And we'll wait for the video to restart here to kind of show. This is video from a Lyft driver who was dropping off a passenger at the time there, Michael Mosler. Guys, as we wait for that video to come up, I can't imagine one being involved in an accident with an NBA star, but we've all been there. It's a hectic scene. Yeah. You're seeing it again.
Wow.
It's a hectic intersection in Uptown.
Oh, yeah. Busiest intersection, I'd say, in Uptown. And you really need to be careful in that intersection. But, I mean, it could happen to anyone. Let's start there, right? First and foremost, 10-2, eyes on the road. Don't be distracted. I'm not saying that's what happened, but just a disclaimer for folks out there. But, man, it's crazy. I'm glad everybody was okay. Everybody was okay. Nobody had severe injuries. The other driver did have minor injuries. LaMelo was able to get out of the car, and somebody else picked him up. Didn't flee the scene by any means. But, I mean, Jason, even looking at it this morning, we saw the video. Your first is like, don't want to be involved in that.
No, well, the first thing is I don't want to be in any vehicle that's not the Hummer.
Correct.
Holy cow. Yeah. I mean, that literally is like a tank on the road against a Kia sedan. One of our producers when they came in this morning, one of our producers, I think, Ted, you had already started the show. They were like, which one was LaMelo in? And I'm like, wait.
Hold on.
Do you think the NBA baller is driving the Kia sedan? Now, what I think would be brilliant is at some point, high profile anybody, celebrities, athletes, musicians, whatever, that would throw the scent off. That would throw everyone off.
100%.
Just drive a 5-year-old Kia or a Hyundai or something. You can get out and go to gas stations. You can do normal things with a hat on. No one would suspect.
That's like J. Cole. He just pulled up to South End
in that Civic, right?
Civic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But to get back to your question. I mean, you got this huge personality. He is a baller here in Charlotte, a massive vehicle. My gosh. It could have been way worse, you guys.
Oh, my gosh.
There's other footage out there on social media. We obviously don't have access to that, but we've seen it. We've looked at it. And the whole front left wheel just gets ripped off of the Hummer. I mean, that's some power.
Would that not be a commercial for Kia?
You know what?
We take down Hummers?
Yeah.
It could be.
You see the wheel on the side there when the video restarts, how it started rolling by
it just rolls down the road. What would you do? Okay, what would you do if you're the driver of the Kia? Obviously, you got some kind of injury, and I don't wish that on anyone, but when you have to swap numbers, right, with the other person in the accident, at least you hope they don't drive off, and you get out of the car, and it's LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
Or Michael Jackson's a local.
I'm blind.
What?
No, I'm blind. I can't see.
Oh, my back, my hip. Oh. You know what would make this feel better? Would be courtside
tickets
for the next 2 seasons.
I can see again. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh wow! Look at that.
Suddenly, I can't see the 4 seats.
Oh, man.
I need 4 seats so I can see the game.
Oh, I don't need a lot. Look, 4 seats.
I will say, if I realize it's somebody like LaMelo Ball, I'm like, well, at least I know the insurance claim's going to go through.
Hey. Oh, come on. No.
While you're here, can you sign my insurance card?
Listen, not to make light of a serious story. This could have been way worse.
Yes.
And had it been way worse, we wouldn't be talking about certain 100%. Things right about now if it had been worse. So thankfully, it is not as bad, which gives us a chance to have a little bit of levity about this story. You're
talking about LaMelo Ball. He's a guard. He's used to having contact in the lane.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
He's used to dealing with traffic,
right.
In the lane.
Right. It's an and-one.
Oh, man. See, this is the kind of thing that you guys watching this don't know about the journalistic integrity and discretion that we have to use in the morning before we go on air. Yeah. Because what we say on air has been edited and filtered, and we've been either sworn to secrecy or threatened by our bosses and producers.
Keep your job.
And they say, fired. Julian, Jason, Ted, I know what y'all were talking about during it. Don't say that when we come back on air. And these are the kind of things that we talk about because all you can think of are these basketball, like memes and little one-liners that have to do with a basketball pro getting in a car accident.
That's a flagrant foul. Come on now.
See? Come on now.
I will say what I noticed in the video, that I'm rewatching it, and again, thankfully, no one was hurt. But the police officer, he's just casually walking up like, hey, everybody okay? I would probably have a little more urgency.
But, it is an active intersection, so maybe he was walking to use caution.
Fair enough.
He doesn't want to freak anyone out.
Right.
There you go.
Restrained strength.
Right. So here's one. This is not LaMelo's first run-in, right, in terms of things with cars. We know that there was that incident where the kid was trying to get an autograph and ran over his foot. The kid was in fault because he was in the road, but not the first time. But also, we were talking about this, guys. The Hornets right now, this couldn't come... I feel like this is so Charlotte when things are going good.
Yeah.
Because the Hornets, as we mentioned, they're in the playing spot right now. They're having a fantastic season, a great turnaround by Charles Lee. Con Knipple, who you're seeing right there, has played really well. Brandon Miller's coming to his own. LaMelo Ball's facilitating. Everybody's playing well. Moussa Diabate is playing well. And so now instead of talking about the fact that they have the Rockets in town tonight, Kevin Durant coming to town, a good test of where the Hornets are in terms of against the NBA hierarchy. We're talking about LaMelo Ball in a car. I'll say
this was on the way to practice, right?
After practice.
After practice.
Well, we're talking about it. I mean, are they talking about that in the locker room? I don't. I
don't think. I hope not. Yeah. I mean, locker rooms are good about let's keep the outside noise outside.
Yeah.
But it's just it stings for our point of view because we're seeing this and it's on national news. It's like, can Charlotte catch up? Can we talk about something good for Charlotte?
For real?
Why don't we get the national news of something bad?
This is where I'm glad that the three of us are not at the celebrity status of LaMelo Ball and don't plan to be anytime soon because a couple years ago you had Panthers backup quarterback Andy Dalton. I think he break his thumb? Something like that. He was in a 2-car accident in South Charlotte. 10, 12 years ago, you had Cam Newton.
Yeah.
He fractured his back when his pickup truck overturned. If you and I had a wreck, thankfully, unless someone talked about it in here, it wouldn't be making headlines.
No.
No.
And now with the addition of, we don't get vehicle reports. We don't get access to those like we used to.
Great point.
And so we have to wait till CMPD, until the Charlotte police release the police report for us to be able to read, what happened or what the conversation or whatever goes into that investigation.
Yeah.
So we have to rely, thankfully, for dash cams.
Yeah.
You see a lot more of those, especially if you're in the delivery, whether it's Uber Eats or, Lyft, Uber driver, something like that. So thankfully we have that or we'd have nothing.
That's true. That's true. Thank goodness everybody has a cell phone now. People have the dash cam videos. I think the Hornets, this aside, you know what? It's only up from here. And maybe we continue, right? Glass half full. Hopefully they finish the season strong. They make the playoffs. Unless anybody has anything else to talk about with LaMelo, I will say, just a quick question for everybody. The guy who picked him up, would you call that an assist?
Come on now.
Anyway, coming
technical.
up.
I'm calling it technical.
Go to break.
Well, real quick, coming up, we also are talking about boneless wings. Are they wings? If you can't call them wings, what are you calling them? And then sleep schedule and a happy marriage. All that and
more. I like both of those.
Right? Coming up on Queen City News Now, Morning Edition. We'll be right back.
Welcome back in the Morning Edition. If you are looking to watch the Hornets, perhaps you need a good snack or a good meal. If I'm watching sports, my food of choice is wings. But I say wings in the traditional sense. There is another type that people are talking about, and this is the debate here.
We do not recognize them.
Boneless. I can't even get it off my mouth.
Say it. Come on, Taz. Say it to the people.
The adult nuggies. Sometimes referred to as the wings without the bones in them. Boneless wings.
Talk about them.
Okay, this lawsuit over boneless wings. Apparently, I don't know the judge, Julian, myself, and
Judge,
we're not on the case.
Judge
No.
John Tharp Jr.
John Thorpe Jr.
Sounds like a judge that would come with this
Doesn't he?
ruling. No offense, Judge.
So Jason, read the ruling. What did our judge, our honorary?
This judge in
Honorable
Chicago, guys, he
Yeah.
dismissed the class action lawsuit brought a couple years ago by a man named Eamon Halim,
Our hero.
claimed he was misled into purchasing the disputed menu item that is essentially a nugget, chicken
It
nugget.
is.
So Halim sued Buffalo Wild Wings over his confusion. The judge said the complaint had no meat on its bones.
Oh,
Despite his best efforts, Halim did not drum up enough factual allegations to state the claim. Boneless wings is false advertising, is what the guy was saying. And I'm sitting going, listen, they're called Buffalo Wild. It's not buffalo meat.
But it's buffalo sauce.
That's not even right. But the judge also said people aren't sitting there because they have, what are they? Let me see. What did he say this? Oh, cauliflower wings.
Mm-hmm.
People know that that's not wing meat.
did they call them cauliflower wings?
That's what he says.
Yeah, cauliflower wings. They're made of cauliflower.
Wait, hold on.
Cauliflower.
Ted, you're okay with cauliflower wings?
Wait
a minute,
It's
Ted.
calling it
Uh-oh.
cauliflower.
Cauliflower wings. Where is the wing on the cauliflower?
There is no wing on a cauliflower.
So why are you okay with calling it a cauliflower wing but not a boneless wing?
Because you know you're eating cauliflower.
Correct.
And on a boneless buffalo, here's the deal.
Huh.
Now we're getting hung up on
the wing.
on the wing part of it. And what
Semantics.
became the topic for us was, okay,
Right.
if we had to change the name
bring us back, Jason.
of a boneless buffalo wing,
Right.
what would you call it? We can't call them McNuggets. That's a McDonald's thing,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So what would we call it if you had a restaurant, if you were serving boneless wings?
Ooh.
What would be a name? What would you call it?
Well, we were talking about it yesterday. Like bites.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Be like
that's
a
right.
chicken bite.
Chicken bite.
Chicken bite.
So,
Okay.
so you have
All right.
have
I like that.
like a buffalo bite,
Yeah.
right? So you have buffalo bite because then Liza Mahacek from Positive. It's like, what about if it's not buffalo? It's like, okay, so then you have
Buffalo bite.
honey barbecue bite,
Yeah.
lemon pepper bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Right.
bites. I like
Right.
bites. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think what we're talking about here is the clarity of what we're eating.
Right.
Yeah.
If you say buffalo bite, okay, that could be bigger than popcorn chicken.
It's bigger than
bigger than a nugget.
Bigger than-
right. Smaller than a tendy.
right.
You know.
It's a bite.
Yeah. If you just say, hey, here's a wing, I'm expecting the bone and the structure.
Correct.
Not to bring in the cauliflower back, but if you say cauliflower wing, I'm not expecting chicken.
Oh, no,
I'm expecting just cauliflower.
That's it.
How about
Yeah.
a wing? Cauliflower ain't got no wings, but
Then cauliflower bite. Can we do that?
I'm okay with that.
Can we do that?
But also, it's a bite. It's about a bite.
It's a bite.
bite size,
It is
right?
bite
It's
size,
one
right.
bite size. You can make two tiny bites or about one regular bite.
Big ambitious bite.
Big ambitious bite.
Yeah.
These are the things that fill up our head during a 6-hour newscast.
What was this judge's name?
The judge, John Tharp Jr. out of Chicago.
Do you think he likes boneless wings? Did we anybody ask? Because we were talking with
I don't think
Khalif.
Chicago is known for that. So
Hold on, because we were talking with Khalif, our chief legal analyst today, about justices and when they need to recuse themselves. Did anybody ask this judge if he is a fan of boneless wings over bone-in wings? Because if he's a fan of boneless wings, needs to be recused. Throw it out.
Throw it out.
See, here's I'm getting to the bottom of this. He's from Chicago, right? And New York City with their pizza always goes ham against Chicago with the deep dish, right?
I'm
New York
following you.
style.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Oh, I
You have
think I know
Buffalo Wild Wings,
right.
Buffalo.
Buffalo,
This
New
is the
York.
judge's way to take a stab at New York. I'm just saying.
Huh.
I can see
Your Honor?
I could see it. Now we're getting back to the heart of the
Your
matter.
Honor, you are compromised.
Huh. I'm hungry now. I don't care what
Always.
it's called. I don't care what to call. Just
Want
stick it
some
on my
wings?
I'll
plate.
still eat it.
Just put it on my plate.
All right.
One more question.
Oh, you got one?
Oh,
Bring it back.
come on,
Hold on,
Jay.
bring it back.
Because
Bring it back.
I think we're all in agreement, not about the buffalo bites or the honey barbecue bites, whichever.
You going to say
want.
what you dip them in?
But yeah, then two questions. Flats
Oh.
or drums? Flats or drums?
Lots of drums.
Oh, flats.
Ranch
Uh-huh.
or blue cheese?
Was that a blue?
Blue cheese, baby.
Blue cheese. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little
Oh,
blue
blue
cheese
cheese.
flat. Blue cheese Flat.
My wife is a big fan of flats. She doesn't like drums. So I take the drums. I prefer the flats because he make the meat
You're
lollipop.
sacrificing for your wife.
I am. That's
Wow.
what marriage is, man.
I like them both.
And here's
I
the
do
thing.
too. I do.
Here's the thing. My wife doesn't know how to clean a bone. So I still get the flats.
You still get to
I
do the
still
cleaning?
get a little bit of the flat
There's
anyway.
some good stuff in there.
Right.
You got the boat.
So
Yeah.
we have the wing eating period, and then like every once in a while, I'll reach over to her plate, pick that up, clean the bone, and so I'll go back to my drums.
See, you're from Maryland. You know how to like clean those crab legs.
Oh yeah,
You know how to take all that meat off it.
100%.
So I think
take
that's
all-
where you learned
Oh, yeah.
when you were younger. And so then when you started getting into the chicken wing world, you're like, this is no different than crab leg. I'm just going to take every last bit of it.
Take
Yeah,
the
but
meat,
the whole, like,
little
leg
bit of the
meat?
right. Oh, the little leg meat, and then yes, you know what? I was a ranch person for most of my life. As I get older and I matured and my palate has refined,
Blue cheese.
Listen,
Blue cheese, baby.
if they put it in a ramekin and if you dip it or if you pour it and you get a little chunk of the blue cheese, oh,
come on. The little bit of the bite from the blue cheese cuts with the buffalo so well, and the bread it's creamy, but the blue cheese. We're gonna go to break. We're going to break. Come back. More morning edition.
I'll say a blue cheese prayer right now. Oh man, we're now full in our minds. We are full of chicken wings and rancher buffalo, rancher blue cheese. So now we're full. So now it's time for a what?
Come on, so nap.
It's time for a nap.
Need some sleep.
I got the itis.
I got the itis. I got sleepitis. Here's the deal. All right, so we have a messed up sleep schedule because of our early hours, right? We should be going to bed around 7 or 8, getting up around 2:30, whatever it is. It's different for everyone. But there's a new poll that just came out. Is having the same bedtime the secret to a happy marriage? Ooh. So this survey shows they're calling this the bedtime gap. All right. When you go to bed versus your spouse or significant other, that gap, the bigger it gets, it's got an impact on your relationship. And so very happy couples, they say, go to bed together about 4 nights a week. 40% say they sleep better when you coordinate your bedtime compared to 16% who stagger their bedtimes. You guys know what the average gap is? 80 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense.
Okay.
You know what? That's like 2 shows on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you watch your own series because you got your series that you watch with your partner. Then you have your own stuff. That makes sense.
I can see that.
Harp, you do this with Angie, right? You guys, Angie makes a sacrifice.
So we've only been married for 10 years. The first couple years, she obviously wasn't used to this life that I've been used to for decades. And so she is a night owl. She still is actually. But she gradually, as our kids got older and one by one, they started kind of moving out and going out to college. One, I was wearing her out. She was getting tired earlier, but she now sacrificed and kind of flipped her schedule so that we could spend time together. She would start getting ready for bed. That doesn't mean she's falling asleep the same time I am, because it takes me 2.4 seconds to fall asleep once my head hits the pillow.
Right.
For her, it is 80 minutes. It is a couple hours. It's, I get 2 minutes out of watching 60 minutes. And that's how quickly I fall asleep. But it's been good for us because it forces us. Her coming to bed early forces us to kind of wind down, to talk through the day. And I just honestly, I feel safe. I feel more comfortable, and just my brain, everything's calmer when I know she's there.
Amen.
So
I like it.
Amen.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
No, I'm the same way with Jordan. Jordan has a different schedule than I do. But she makes the sacrifice. I would say we're 3 out of the 5 weekdays, right? Or weeknights, we go to sleep together. And that doesn't mean she's going and falling asleep. She might scroll on her phone, might watch a show or something like that on the TV with the volume lower and closed captions on. But I'm the same way. It makes me feel more comfortable just knowing that, okay, my partner's there.
Yeah.
And I sleep easier.
Yeah.
With that being said, because she watches TV and sometimes she scrolls on TikTok, a couple nights, like Thursday night, she goes out with her best friend Alyssa. They go get dinner. I get to fall asleep in a nice dark room.
Oh,
it's good. It's good. It's good. But here's the thing, because I know you and Jess have a different sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Part of the thing, if I fall asleep Thursday night, Gesundheit, and she's not there, and then I wake up middle of the night and she's still not. That's when the panic sets in. I'm like,
oh yeah.
where are they, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys ever had that when you wake up in the middle, and they could be somewhere like in the kitchen or something like that, but like,
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Where are they at?
I do like the arm, like.
Like, where is she? Yeah.
So, Ted, you guys have a young child. So Jess doesn't fall asleep with you?
Yeah, Jess doesn't fall asleep with me. We used to. She would come up, or before we moved to our house, where there's stairs now, so there's more of a process, right? She would at least say, tuck me in. I feel like I was a little kid. She'd come tuck me in.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm curious as to obviously the underlining benefits of going to sleep together, because my wife would still make a point to. We end the night where I'm going to bed. I'm sure I'm going to go in the room. She'll come in the room, lay down. We'll say a prayer together, talk about our day really quick. And then she'll go back down and do the rest of her night, and I'll fall asleep.
Right.
So we try and pull that aspect into it. Now that we're in a 2-story home and the baby goes down for a nap, there's usually just the wind down on the recliner. And I'm like, all right, time to go up.
Yeah.
And I have my little nighttime routine. I have my journal. I write in my journal. I'll maybe read a couple pages of my book, and I turn off my lamp, and I just like you, I go to sleep with some sleep sounds, and I'm good to go.
Ted, you bring up something interesting, and I'm going to do this real quick and bring this up so I can bring back this couple that's going to come up in a second, because I don't know anybody that wakes up in the morning and is this happy. You'll see them in a second. But I think what happens with couples sometimes is they end up living different lives in the same house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And you're so separate. This right there. Nobody's that happy. That you can clearly tell this was shot.
That's a commercial.
Nobody's that happy in the morning.
That's not natural.
But I feel like, you end up not doing the same things as your partner. And if that happens long enough where you guys have different interests, you guys start drifting apart.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's what the underlying thing is. Are you finding things to do together? And as it's falling asleep at night, you're ending that night together. And so are you having that connectedness? Are you sharing the same interests? Are you talking to your partner? Are you as in love as you were when you first got married? 5, 10, 15 years in there, you're still making that commitment to your partner. So I think that's what's at the base of this.
Come on, Joel, preach.
Or even, honestly,
I agree.
Going through problems together.
Right, right.
Baby girl just went from the crib to a bed. And like last night was one of those nights where we're tag teaming it, trying to put her down. And then she's having a hard time. And then I get in the bed, and then she comes in the room, and she's in the room and settling down. And my wife and I are like, okay, hey, how do we want to approach this moving forward? So just because I'm going to sleep and she's got to spend the rest of her night doesn't mean she's in it alone, right? We could still program this out. And then while I'm going to go to sleep, I'm like, okay, let me know how it's going. Text her this morning. How was the morning? So just being involved in your partner's experience helps bridge that gap, as you said, Julie.
Yeah, and I think two things quickly. One, I think once you marry whoever that person is for you, there's something to be said. I mean, this goes back generations. This is, to me anyway, this is a biblical thing. You become one. And there is there's evidence that shows you intertwine, and I'm not talking like in a sexual manner. I mean, this is just, you do, like your heart rates can kind of end up matching each other. The circadian rhythms, the psychological things that you think, like all that really is affected by the other person. And so, even if my wife wants to stay up a couple more hours, it does her body good. She slows down for that 20-minute window so that I can fall asleep better. But, the other thing I was going to mention is that the older you get, there are some concessions and sacrifices that you both have to make the longer you're together. If health issues starts, maybe one of you has sleep apnea. Like the older I get, I'm starting to snore. And so like those kind of things are frustrating to her, but she doesn't want to not be there. And so there are steps that I need to take so that it is more enjoyable for her to be in the same bed with me. I know she's going to want to watch TV. I now sleep with, an eye mask and earplugs. Those are things I never used to do.
Right.
Do I have to deal with that if we were in separate rooms? No. But I want to be with my wife.
Yeah.
And so there's just things that as you get older, you're like, it's okay because I want to be with the person that I love. And I'll wear a mask. I'll roll around with stupid ear things that fall out every couple hours because I want to be with her. And so what's it worth for you? And so that's kind of just what you got to figure out.
I love that. I love that. Well, you know what, guys? I think the recipe is we're a week after Valentine's Day. If you didn't do something great for Valentine's Day, grab your partner, go out to a Hornets game, watch them play well, go get some wings with the bone in.
Yeah.
Or some buffalo bites.
With some blue cheese.
And then fall asleep together. That does it for another episode of Morning Edition. We'll catch you guys next time.
We did it.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.